Good morning, pregame crew. It is Tuesday, May 31st, 2022, 8:21 a.m. Eastern, 6:21 a.m. Mountain Time. As you can see, I'm fairly cold over here in the Northwest, 46 degrees. I think the sun forgot that it was May and it needs to shine. This is Chargal Lori. You're at the pregame show. If you are tuning in later in the day, you can kind of scroll forward till this says 6:30 if you just want to fast forward a little bit. Then I'll get started on indices, commodities, crypto, and movers and shakers of the day. Between now and then, I'll do a little housekeeping, make sure audio visual works, and welcome everyone to the room, and I'll answer or do a few chart requests. Good morning, Robert, Mary, Derek, Anu, Mal, our new TCG member, Neb, Topher, Lisa, Jorge, Night Truck, Amira, Asia, Neil, thank you for being here. From Malta, Tony, unbelievable. I am so ready to go to Europe. I am so ready to check out Italy and all things the Mediterranean. Hey, Greg. Hey, Jessica. Good morning, Goose. Oh my God, I won't be one of those people, but that was the best movie I've ever seen in my life. Now, the original Top Gun is one of my favorite movies of all time. So maybe I'm a little biased, but I just thought that movie was really, really, really incredible. And this is coming from a person who, hold on to your horses, I have not been to the movies in at least 7 years. So I don't even go to the movies. It was unbelievable. Hi, Miguel, Derek, Casey from Portugal. So good, huh? I was just telling my husband I wanted to check out Portugal. Portugal is growing with a bunch of expats, from what I understand, from the U.S. or finding residence in Portugal for tax benefits. So I'll answer a few chart requests. I have a few minutes here. So anybody have a request? I might as well do AMD because I make a joke about it every time. Okay, AMD did not break through this high, 104.22, and Nvidia did break through this high. AMD was already in a daily uptrend. A top fish of AMD against 104.22 may make sense here. It was unbelievable. Oh, Tammy, that's so nice for you to say that my voice is the best way to start the day. You came back from Costa Rica, MG? Why didn't you take me? Amazon, I know oil prices are going nuts. Okay, so I have Amazon on my list, Tammy, and this is not going to be the popular opinion or setup, but I think there is a top fish setup at open against 2316. Now, we have the split this Friday, 20-1. It says June 6th. It'll be after hours Friday. It'll happen. I don't know exactly the logistics of how they make that so. However, that is bullish for Amazon. Does it change the fundamentals of Amazon? Absolutely not, but it makes the stock more accessible. Think about it. If you work at Amazon and you work in the warehouse, I mean, how appealing is it to buy one share of Amazon at 2,300 versus buying 20 shares of Amazon for $2,300 and only 20 shares? It's more appealing to the employees, to retail investors. It's more accessible. The options market will be more accessible. It won't be so expensive. So I still think this is a bullish catalyst despite the fundamentals not changing. There's a reason that names that have split like Tesla, Nvidia, Apple, there's a reason that they have had bullish moves. So I'm looking bullish. Amazon actually came into today with calls for Friday. So I am long Amazon, but I may top fish this open and it'll be a slight hedge against my position. And plus I'm playing just a temporary move, looking for some temporary consolidation. My ES is higher than yours. So my ES is not on delay. So I have real-time data. So that may be it. That may be the difference. Yeah, oil, we'll go over that. It's crazy. ADA USD. Let's look at it on Coinbase. Weekly downtrend. Daily, this is not a daily uptrend, no matter, it's beautiful move, just beautiful. But we have moved straight off the bottom without a trend change. Now we need a daily higher low, higher high. 4 hour is extended. This is a short actually up here. You see this tweezer top or these two upper wicks on the 4-hour at 685, 689. That is a double top, and we're pulling back right now. On the hourly, this isn't terrible consolidation. The bear volume is kind of low, so I wouldn't say this is bad. This is not bad consolidation yet. We haven't lost the EMA, but it is pending. We have lost a 15-minute uptrend. I would only be looking short up here, but I would like it closer to 68 cents versus here at 63. Good morning. All of y'all are traveling. Shop. Okay, we're at the golden pocket, I guess, from the high of May 19th to the low of around May 25th. We are at that golden pocket retrace. Let me delete all that and get it a little more simpler. So we are in a daily downtrend. So despite all of these names that have been getting daily higher highs, Shop is not one of them. 4-hour is not extended. Hourly is. This is a top fish to me against, I would just call it 380. You have this 378 touch, 379 touch. Yeah, I would short it against 380. Understanding that it's a high risk short and bulls have the current momentum, but the market's been pulling back overnight. So we're slightly red now. And I say overnight, futures open Sunday night. So we've had a lot of activity since Sunday. So remember that. So your spot chart is going to look really different than the futures chart. We've had a day and a half more activity on the futures chart than we have the spot chart. So just remember that. Amazon split is my understanding. By the way, you can always Google. June 3rd. This is who I am. If you want to give me a follow on Twitter, that would be great. Chart Gal Lori. If you want to check us out, chartguys.com. And we have a promo code going right now for, you can try out TCG for 1 month with promo code. Should have put this up here. Promo code TOUR50. So you can check us out for 1 month, and we allow, I believe it's 17 to 20, I forget, new members per day. We do not want to inundate our chat and mess up our rhythm with newer traders or newer members, which we welcome and love and adore, but we don't want to disrupt our flow and our effectiveness. So we like to throttle our membership. We love you. I love you, Ricky. Okay, I just saw something this morning. I don't know if it's true. I actually want to go back and check this out. I read this morning that Baidu has beat the last 27 earnings. 27, all these E's. 27. Okay, that's 6.5 years. What? 8. Yeah, that's almost 7 years. How is that possible? And I made a comment last week about Chinese names, and they're not subject to the same SEC rules like Sarbanes-Oxley and all the different things that U.S. governed names are. So I don't know. I mean, there's been speculation that maybe, I'm going to just use a phrase, cook their books, but that it could be overstated. I don't know. Or is it just really that good of a company? So we have a daily uptrend support 113.94. We're over this 136.54. Weekly resistance, your next weekly resistance, 158.58. On the hourly, you're in an uptrend, and I would be looking with the size of this move for the first 5-minute oversold. So China announced that they are curbing COVID spread. I have to use, that's a big alliteration, but they are curbing COVID. I saw curbing COVID conditions or something like 3 C's. It's like, okay, I can't read that fast. But that's why, so Hang Seng is up. If you see over here, it's up overnight, 1.38%. So China names like Baidu, Baba, Neo, PDD, they're all having some really good morning gap ups in some cases because of that China positive bullish news. Oh, I didn't say 27 years, 27 earnings reports. So they have 4 earnings reports per year. And I'll actually show you the source. Her. Baidu has beat the last 26 earnings, and she posted this May 5th. And then they beat again. So I don't know. I don't know the validity of it, but I would be interested to see if that's the truth and go back and back test that. Okay, Amira Asia, thank you. Well, obviously you are. Gotcha. Amira Asia, your name just makes you the expert on this, and I totally get it. That makes sense. Google of China. All right, that makes sense. Y'all ready to get this party started? It's 6:32. I need to get moving. Let's look at the market indices, crypto, commodities, and movers and shakers of the day. Again, this is who I am, Chart Gal Lori. You can give me a follow on Twitter. You can check us out at chartguys.com. If you want to check out membership, we have a promo code going for this month, Tour 50. I shouldn't say this month. I don't know when it expires. I'll have to go look that up. But if you want to check us out for 1 month membership and you'll get a 50% discount, sure, do it. If you're interested in my chart setup, you can click on the link below in the video description to receive a PDF explanation. All right, indices. And sometimes I copy and paste because I suffer from this human condition of not wanting to retype things, but all ES, NQ, RTY, and YM had all had very similar setups. So if we look at them on the weekly, we're looking for a lower high compared to 4631. NASDAQ, looking for a weekly lower high compared to 15268. RTY, looking for a lower high compared to 2137. YM, looking for a weekly lower high compared to 35413. And then we go the daily. Okay, the daily Dow has gone straight up from the bottom. No trend change. RTY got that trend change. NASDAQ got the trend change. Not as clear, but they got it. ES got the trend change. Not as clear, but they got it. So what I was going over this weekend in the swing report video, it looks like we're breaking bull over that one. So we had one broadening formation left on ES. So NQ broke bull Sunday night, RTY and YM, but ES had not. I wouldn't say we're quite over this yet, but we're getting close. That was something I was watching. And the most important chart for me is VIX. So let's go to VIX 2-day. And if you've been around these parts for a while, you know that I've been going over this 2-day EQ since Jesus was a baby. This continues to tighten up. Look at it on the weekly. Inside bar, and now we have another inside bar. We're inside last week's range. Now, of course, this candle is not confirmed till the week closes. We only have 4 days in this week. Don't forget that. But we are inside last week's range, cozy inside. And when we look at the 2-day, we have this EQ. Higher high, higher low, lower high, higher low, lower high, higher low. So we continue to tighten up on the 2-day. On the 4-hour, so we made a double bottom here, 25.51 Friday. We made a double bottom, 25.57. That is key going forward. So now, odds favor a 4-hour lower high compared to 30.23. Odds favor that. When or if the VIX pauses and starts to reverse to the downside, that would be a tailwind for the market. So I'm looking for a 4-hour lower high out of VIX, and we're going to be watching this 2-day double bottom, 25.51, 25.57. And once VIX starts topping out here, that can mark the temporary bottom of the market to put in those 6-hour higher lows. So yes, I'm saying 6-hour, and I know that's not always clear, but I like to tighten things up to what makes the most sense. The 6-hour, let me go back to 12. The 12-hour bull flag is the more likely scenario here. So we have an hourly downtrend. It's getting a lot more follow through than the bulls would like, but I'm looking for an hourly trend change back to the upside to potentially confirm this 12-hour bull flag. If we get back any more here, we're risking losing this bull flag. So they could go all the way to 4051 and still have a 12-hour bull flag. NASDAQ, 12-hour bull flag potential. RTY, 12-hour bull flag potential. YM, 12-hour bull flag potential. So I said 6-hour here. It actually is cleaner. Clean this up. When I'm done with my notes and I'm done with the show, I copy and paste these and I put them over in the TCG chat room for members to slice and dice them. All right, so let's get our key levels. Our key levels to change the trend on ES is 4149, and resistance is the high of Sunday's move, 4202. NASDAQ hourly level to change the trend, 12706, and to actually get a higher high on the 4-hour and 12-hour is over 12883. RTY 1908 is that key level, but on the hourly shorter term time frame, the key is 1880. YM, the key is 33080, and on the 12-hour time frame, 33434. All right. So we talked about Hang Seng. It closed up 1.38%, and the DAX is currently down 1%. Why do I go over that? Sometimes we get clues from our international markets, and I always tell y'all, if it's up 2% or more, either the DAX or Hang Seng, or down 2% or more, that usually gives me a clue as to market direction for the U.S. markets. So I would say with Hang Seng closing up and DAX slightly down at the moment, we have mixed signals and it's not giving us any clues, but I always just like to check in there. All right, the VIX 4-hour lower high, this is the key for the market. Market reversal today. Bitcoin. So I copy and paste this from Dan. Why? Because he's the GOAT. Bitcoin hourly EMA 12 support trying to hold with a double bottom at the previous resistance. Essentially, Bitcoin has enough room, just like the markets, for, look at this little 12-hour bull flag. Ethereum 12-hour bull flag, but not as clean. So if we look at Bitcoin, we had inside bar. We didn't break the low of the prior candle. Ethereum, we went over and then closed red, and then now we're inside. They're pretty similar. Let me go to the 4-hour. Ethereum is just a little bit weaker than Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, it would benefit Bitcoin for NASDAQ to find its temporary bottom and VIX to find its temporary top. So do I need to type that out? So we need VIX, find a temporary top. NQ, find a temp bottom. And that would benefit Bitcoin to potentially find its bottom. Does that make sense? So I know I'm doing this 3-pronged, but maybe that doesn't make sense and I need to figure out a new way to say it, but trying to help everybody with correlations. Okay, look, let me go back to Bitcoin. I didn't give you the resistance, 32232, support 31790, Ethereum 1956, and then resistance 2015. Do y'all ever wake up after being away from the market for a few days and think, what if I've forgotten everything that I know? Sometimes I wonder, like, oh God, I haven't really done charts in 2.5 days. I worked Saturday, but still. And I did trade crypto this weekend. I had some fun trades with crypto. I need to get back in the crypto alts room. All right, so gold. So if you're a TCG member, you can go over to Commodities, and you're going to see that I go over all the different commodities: gold, oil, nat gas, copper, and silver, and the dollar every day. And then I go over each time frame. So gold, this has stayed the same for a while now. Let's look at gold. So monthly, yes, we have an uptrend, but weekly, this looks like a potential weekly bear flag, and we're stuck inside last week's range. And a lower high is anticipated compared to 2003. The question is, will it be a bear flag, or will we get some type of 50% retrace and give enough room for a higher low? Right now, bulls do not have enough room for a higher low, and they have a weekly double top at 1867, 1869. On the hourly, your key support 1847, resistance 1860. So we have a double top here at 1860 and a double bottom at 1847, 1848. Oil. What a beast. What a beast. So we have a problem with oil, and I'm saying a problem. It's a problem for traders who trade oil and you're trying to make heads or tails of things. CL with the 1 and the exclamation point is the continuous contract. So I don't know. I'm not an expert on this, so I'm just going to speak to what I know, and I'm going to speak in generalizations so I don't say anything incorrectly. So when oil messed up back here and went negative $40, the oil futures people said we can never have this happen again. So instead of basing so much on the front month, which right now the front month is CLN, and then the next month is CLQ, and then CL, what's the next one? I should know this. and CLU, then they say, okay, we're going to make this one 55%. And we're going to make this one, this isn't the actual math, 30. And this one 15. So they do a combination of these front months in order to get more diversification so they don't have this happen again. Well, then it makes all the contracts kind of wonky. So now this is the continuous contract, and we still have resistance overhead. We have resistance at psychological levels 120, 121, and so on up to 126.84, 129.44, and 130.50. Now let's go look at the current front month. And I just posted in Commodities that we have Brent crude oil futures 6-month backwardation at 9-week high at just under $15 a barrel. So there's backwardation, there's contango, there's things that happen with futures months when they get out of sync, and that's all that means. And there's a fancier way of saying it, and I don't know that fancy way of saying it, but they're getting out of sync. Now we are over all resistances with CLN, the July front month, but we are not over all resistances with CL. So just remember that. I'm going with a continuous contract. It makes it easier for me. And if you just want to look at CLN, then bless your heart, you do that. Nat gas. We have monthly uptrend, weekly uptrend, daily uptrend. 4 hour, we pulled back way more than bulls would like. I actually shorted NG over the weekend. I like this diamond pattern that was forming. We are holding this 828. I wanted to close out. Did it close out while I was speaking? 1 second. Yep, it closed out. Okay, I covered it at 840. So we have a lower wick of bulls buying the dip right now on that gas. Looks like they're trying to play some defense. So on the 12-hour, this is the clearest time frame for me. We have an EQ. So we have our lower high at 8916 and that higher high at 9447, support at 828, and the low may be in right now at 8355. Lost my chat. Where's my chat? Yep. AMC is up and Para. P-A-R-A. Yep, I do see it. All right, so that's nat gas. Now we look at Apple. So on Apple, Amazon, and Nvidia and Tesla, all 4 of these, I'm typically a big old bull on these. I'm looking at top fish for all 4 of those. So Apple, you look at the daily, 149.77, and so we closed, our Friday high was 149.68, 149.68, 149.77, and y'all know what I'm going to write up here. You've been around these parts, you know what I'm going to write. Apple likes to break resistance a little bit in reverse or break support a little bit in reverse. So let's just say 150. Top fishing 150 makes sense to me with Apple. It made a lot more sense earlier when we were closer to that level. So on a bounce, I would still like to short, let's say 150.69, the pre-market level, 151. But really, want anything against 150, I like a short on Apple. Amazon, I am a very hesitant bear, because I have a bullish position in Amazon and I'm looking for a run into Friday's split. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's defined risk because it's calls. And then I will look to short in the interim to offset my position because I have a clear level top fish. So from the daily, it's 2316 right there. And from pre-market, you can say 2320. So against 2320, I like Amazon and Apple top fish for that matter. 4 hour is overbought. So 4 hours overbought, and we are not in a daily uptrend. Let me say that again. 4 hour is overbought and we're not in a daily uptrend. I still like this event as a bullish event, the split, but I'm looking for a pullback in the interim. Baba closed Friday with a daily inside bar. And of course, it's getting a bull push from China positive COVID news, or what they're thwarting COVID. How about that for a word? Okay, I like support of 94.50 for a potential dip buy, or 95.09. I like Baba long. FIS I like for a top fish. And I found some of these names. So if the market hasn't been trading for a while, we don't have a big news morning like a lot of earnings names or upgrades or downgrades, I will go run my inside bar scan for names that have greater than $3 average true range that like to move essentially. And I'll go look for setup. So this one has a daily double top. So I like a top fish of FIS. J has the same thing. Daily inside bar, we're getting punched right here at the daily 50 MA. I like a top fish of 140. So we have a top fish 140.08, 140.16 double top. Nvidia. This is a dangerous one, okay? Because Nvidia bulls, they really got super bullish with that $15 billion buyback news, and earnings was not as great as everyone wanted. I'm going to delete that. However, it was mainly due to COVID and Ukraine. So I was noticing this morning in the hourly RSI. So I like to notice patterns in the RSI. They're just as valid as, or they can be as valid as patterns that are happening in actual price action itself. So I like a top fish of 192. The high of Friday, 188.81, or 190 or 192, either one of those three. So let me write that out. 188 for the aggressive bear, 190 or 192. I will be shorting against 188 and using 199 as my stop. And this is my personal queen of the mountain trade. Amazon and Nvidia. I'm focusing on Amazon because I have a long and I want to short to offset, and Nvidia because this gap up is just, or it was a gap up, no longer. But this cleared double top or resistance area that we have with the hourly head and shoulders. PARA, seeing a green morning because of Top Gun and all of its greatness. J, this one had a rising wedge as well on the daily. That's another reason I like this short. Back to Top Gun, Paramount Pictures, whatever you call Paramount. Beautiful. They have a gap up here at 35.77 that may act as a magnet. So bulls are just looking for any type of tightening range that you can position yourself long, in my opinion. Tesla's a top fish against 787. And if 787 can hold, it would be a beauty of an inverse head and shoulders right here. I would love that. So top fish of 787. Tesla is green this morning. It's definitely one of the bigger bulls this morning. So I don't know if I'm looking to punch the big bully in the mouth. So I may pause on that idea. XBI has a clear top fish. 71.57, 71.51, 71.11. So I like a top fish of XBI against 71.50. All right, so those are all my names. Let me look at AMC. A lot of y'all are interested in that. Record box office weekend. Your next resistance is up at 1611, 1591. Okay, we hit 1664 in pre-market, so those resistances are essentially busted. 1709. 1709 is your next resistance over the pre-market high, 1664. And your new support, 1464 or 1471. I can't do anything with AMC up here. It was up 18% Friday. It's up 9% right now. I can't do anything with it except for possibly look for some type of back burner. What I'll do, I'll set an alert for first 5-minute oversold. All right. Any other request? Earnings are tonight. Are you sure? Last earnings were May 16th. I don't know. It didn't show, though. It didn't report. So I guess you do know. I don't. So please verify on your own. I wouldn't trade this. You could look to possibly buy a pullback, but I can't do anything with it up here, up 20%. SMH, I like. I like SMH long. However, I'm shorting this morning, only looking for that VIX lower high, and then I can flip to long, if that makes sense. We were watching this all last week. That's clean. I would like. We're looking for this resistance 24719. I'm looking for a temporary top on SMH and a pullback. And then when it pulls back, I'm going to buy more SOXL. So for those of you who have been in class the last few days, you know that I was buying SOXL back here. I told y'all I was buying. So I still have profits. I'm going to give back some profit this morning because we're down almost 2%, but we have about 30% in profit in that name already. The other name I've been trading that's a 2 times leverage of ARC. This thing, you have to watch liquidity, but oh my, yeah. Come on. Up 56% from May 12th. So just be careful with this name. It has a lot of volatility, but I'm looking for ARC to find a temporary top. So to trade TARC, I chart ARC. So ARC is up here at the golden pocket retrace. So I'm going to be careful with my TARC here. May take some profit today and then buy more on a pullback. NEO. NEO is bullish. So NEO doesn't have a daily trend yet. A daily trend change. We pull back 20% there. We need to break 1760. It's up green this morning. 1760 is the level. It's green. Hang Seng was green. 1756, 1720 support. 1760 is that resistance. Bears will be waiting up there. All right, I think I'm going to wrap it up. Thank y'all for joining me today. Please go give me a follow on Twitter at ChartGalLori, and you can use our promo code TOUR50 if you want to check out TCG. And we have a video. Dan did a walkthrough of kind of behind the curtains of what TCG membership entails. If you want to see that video, I can post that link maybe tomorrow in our chat room. And TCGers, I'll see you in the room. I'm going to copy these notes right now, and I will see y'all in the room.